Okay, 1 second, everyone. 1 second. Let's see if we are in the group. It says we are. I don't see us yet. Let me keep refreshing. And if you're online with us, there we are. Welcome, welcome. Perfect. Finally, took it 2 tries. Something stalled out the first time. So glad we got it to work the second time. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. It is David Thomas, Mr. Jay Woolwine with me. As always, we're here to shoot your weekly dose of motivation, inspiration, and education. All right. So we're here mostly every Tuesday. We've missed a couple of weeks because of traveling and whatnot. I blame Jay. But it's we're here, and everything we're showing you, sometimes it's trading mindset, but it's all personal development. And you'll realize that personal development goes into your trading substantially. So everything we're here is to help you become a better person and obviously a better trader as well. So hope everybody's having a good start to their week so far. Today, as you can see on the title, we're going to be talking about being a go-getter. All right, how to become a go-getter. Obviously, we're going to be diving into the concept of mindset, shifting that mindset to be that go-getter mindset, because it's not something that obviously happens overnight. So backing up, the first step to just it's really just believing that you can be a go-getter, right? You have to start with yourself first, right? You can't just snap your fingers and become a go-getter, but you have to have that mindset. You have to believe I truly can be. All right, and having this mindset can really impact your life in incredible ways. It sounds simple to just, okay, I'm going to believe I'm a go-getter, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't believe it themselves. We really live in a society where people are insecure, they're beat down, they're told, what to do all the time and what they can and cannot do. And, it's one of those things that where people, they have a hard time believing that they can do what they want to do or they can achieve great things. And so one thing that we really want to emphasize is that being a go-getter, it's not reserved for someone who was born with this attitude or someone that's naturally inclined to it. Anyone can become a go-getter and achieve their goals and their dreams.
Yep. And so today we have 3 simple steps that can help you kind of take it start or get started shifting your mindset towards that, right? Towards thinking like a go-getter and believing that you can be one. So number 1 is stop negative self-talk, right? So negative self-talk and thoughts you can't be a go-getter and they can't coincide at the same time, right? You can't be a go-getter and have that negative self-talk going on in your head. It's just fundamental. And it's important, right? What you tell yourself is the story that you're going to live, right? It's going to play out. And if you're maybe or maybe not, you're a believer in like the thoughts become things, right? But it's true. It's whatever you think about. It's whoever you surround yourself with. That's what's going to end up impacting your circle. So just back up a little bit, right? It's just being negative in every way, right? It's thinking negative, talking to yourself negative. It's saying things like, oh, I'm so stupid, or I suck at math, right? Well, do you really suck at math, or did you just get a bad grade in algebra when you were in 10th grade and now you're 40 and you still say you suck at math, right? And so it just happens, right? Or my wife always say, of course, so like my wife used to we'd miss a parking spot or something. She's like, of course, of course, as in, of course, that always happens to me, something bad, and now it's kind of a joke because we'll say like something good will happen. And I'll say, of course something good happened to you. Good things always happen to you, And so it's just that shift in mindset where you start thinking about things differently. And instead of thinking about that negative self-talk, saying, all right, I made a mistake, right? Let's just move on from that. You don't just dwell on that mistake.
Yeah. And this might not just be in your head. You might not be just thinking these things. Sometimes people will actually say it out loud, like Jay just talked about, right? Negative comments like, oh, I'm so messy, or I'm so disorganized, or I could never do that. I can never do X, Y, and Z, right? Even if you're not where you want to be, saying them out loud will repeatedly, it's thinking those things, and it's making them more real and more real, right? So that needs to go like immediately. Okay. So even if you aren't where you need to be and you don't feel like you're the most organized person or the person that is that go-getter that can achieve their dreams and their goals, stop telling yourself that story, right? You're going to be a whole lot closer to those goals if you stop telling yourself you're never going to reach them, or you're never going to be that kind of person, or I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. All right. So number one was just, stop that going down that path. Number two is have a mantra, right? And mantras are like, it's like, I think of it like as an affirmation or an affirmation, however, whichever ones you want to do. Like Dave and I used to have an affirmation that was, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a profitable trader, right? That's an affirmation, that I am so happy and grateful. That's that beginning. We were taught that, right? And maybe you've heard that, maybe you haven't, but having a mantra, right? So besides just stopping that self-talk, but replacing it with a new habit, right? With a positive affirmation or some type of thought in place of where that negative story that you were telling yourself is going to be, right? It's kind of a stopgap, right? And it can be, I can be a go-getter, right? I can do X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to create this new routine. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to work out once a week. Whatever it is that you want to focus on, just saying that out loud and repeating it as a mantra, it's going to really help you gain momentum in doing that, right? Repeating that to yourself really will make a difference.
Yeah. I mean, it might, sound kind of silly and you don't feel comfortable saying it out loud. So maybe just write it down, put it in a journal every single day or in a notebook or something. There's been a lot of scientific research that supports that people that write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. So, I'm certain that if you write it down, you'll have a much more positive mindset than if you just don't. You'll be much closer to reaching those goals if you just don't, right? So if you continue to think those negative talk or thoughts, that's going to just take you further away. So write down that positive, mantra every single day. Write it down, and it could just be a one line. It doesn't have to take all day, but write it down, and that's going to get you more into that mindset.
Yeah. And the last one, number 3, is just surrounding yourself with people or media or music or things that build you up, right? You want to be surrounded by people who share and support your dreams and goals, right? So that you can be that go-getter. If you're going and getting something, you need people that are going to push you, right? Not be anchors and keep you from getting there. So, tearing you down. So you got to find somebody that aligns with your beliefs. That you've probably heard, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? It's so true. And if you kind of reflect back probably in your life, you can think of a time when, things weren't going so great, and you think about the people that you were associating with, and you'll kind of see it, like it just rubs off on you, right? And you're not doing them any favors either if you're in that mindset, right? So don't be somebody else's anchor. So, and it's the same thing like on social media, right? Whatever you're looking at on Instagram or, music that you listen to, you've probably heard, or maybe you've heard of, I've always thought of the negative side of it, which was GIGO, right? Which was garbage in, garbage out. But think of it as, good in, good out, right? So whatever you're watching, listening to, whoever you're hanging out with, is it bringing me up or is it bringing me down, right? Am I going to feel better after I spent time doing these things or with this person, or am I going to feel worse?
Yeah. So, really go through those 3 steps, start implementing those in your life, and that's going to help you become a more positive person, a go-getter, the person that is out there crushing it, getting closer to their dreams, achieving their goals, right? And guess what? More people are going to want to be around you. People want to be around positive people. Nobody wants to be around Debbie Downer, right? And so guess what? The people that you want to be around are going to be people that can potentially help you either grow or potentially reach those goals as well. So you could open up more opportunities. All right. So hope you got value out of this today. And they got people watching from Chicago and You got the UK in the house. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys, and hope you get value out of this. We will see you back we should be good next week before I go out of town. So we should be good though. We'll see.
He always blames it on me.
Yeah, and then I'll blame it on him. But all right, we'll see everybody back soon. Have a good one. God bless and take care. Bye.
See you guys.